Smart Talks. Your chief correspondent, Kim in the house. Okay, so actually the funny thing is in today's world it's like, what is still the value of what is still the values of earthing is the critical component. Alright, so now it's getting chilies. Like my best friend Lupe says, free chili. The best way to suit up is merino wool leggings. Just get them on Amazon. Wearing the Lululemon licensed training shorts, sleeveless. Got dual layer Kim cashmere cash money armors with the new Goryeo Joseon Dynasty babies. Alright, so some funny thoughts. I haven't watched that. My friend Kevin told me it's like Fit 100, like Korean. I might watch it. I'm kind of curious, but anyways, we'll just watch YouTube clips. So apparently there's like this like show and series in Korea. It's like called like Fit 100. I think it's all in Korean. It's like, you know, it's a bunch of dudes on steroids and women on steroids, and they're all doing like physical challenges. And it's like kind of this like funny competition to see who could win. And it's kind of a interesting thing because in Korea ain't nobody know nothing about fitness. Like in Korea, it's still like governed by this, you know, Confucian notion that like the sublime peak of virtuosity is, you know, kind of like scholar, bureaucrat, Mandarin individuals. There's actually this like pretty good film I watched on the flight to Korea. I flight airpremier.com. It's like called The Throne, and it's essentially like, I guess, a true story of the king, emperor of Korea, and his son. And so it kind of is super interesting to me because it kind of gives you like this like behind the scenes look of, I guess, what it looks like to what it looks like to rule an empire. The thought is the peak virtuosities is like to be hella like SMRT, to know all the sayings, but just memorization, sitting in tutors. And so in Korea, even now, right, like to have muscles is kind of seen as like a weird thing. Like, you know, I was like, I always love going to Korea and the South Korean subway. I'm like wearing like a neon orange tank top, showing off my muscles, my shorts, and then all these Korean people with their bowl cuts and, you know, round glasses, and everyone looks like soft, right? Like everyone's kind of like, even people who are like quote fit in Korea, everyone's kind of like skinny fat, like their belly's not extruding, but if you actually touch their arms or flesh, it's like their body's like 90% fat. So skinny fat ain't good. So even in Korea, contrary to what you see in K-pop, I don't think I've ever seen like what I considered beautiful people in Korea. Like, people in Korea are actually like not that attractive. Everyone like kind of like round fit. Like, if anything, Koreans are starting to look more and more. Ooh, yeah, good job, Apple's teams. The pink. Good job. Vitrines. So yeah, like everyone kind of looks kind of like soft, like South Korea is essentially a neo-colony of America now, ever since the IMF bailout and the military interventions. So like Koreans are starting to look like nice street photo right there. Street vlogging is like, yo, you can't in real time, baby. America's neo-colony is the South Korea's, and as a consequence, Koreans are starting to look like Americans. Actually, super interesting. Like Koreans, like super tall now, right? Because I guess they're eating more meat and like American diet, and not starving and undernourished. Like I go to the Korean subway, it's like pretty common that you see people over like 182 centimeters, like people like 6 feet and beyond. Even my friend Jun Goodhouse Kim, like he's like super tall. He's like he's what, like at least 6 foot something one. He's taller than me. I'm like 5. Let's just say I'm 5'11", 5'11 and a half, 6 feet. In America, it's so funny because like everyone wants to be 6 foot tall. That's kind of like the gold standard. But it's funny now with social media, like it doesn't really matter how tall you are, because like in social media, nobody knows how tall or short you are. And actually, one of the most low-key racist things that people tell me is when they meet me in real life, they're like, "Wow, you're way taller in real life than I thought you were." I'm like, "Yes, because I'm Asian. You think all Asian people are small and puny?" Facts. Actually, when I graduated college, I was working at demandmedia.ehal.com as an online community manager, and did this thing called Girl Walks Into a Bar. And I was like, 21 years old. I actually met Selena Gomez in the flesh, and she's like super small, like super shy and stuff. I guess she's popular now or something. Yeah, being in LA is good because it's the center of media and all these beautiful things and people. Actually, it's funny that, contrary to what people think and say, I actually think that look at these little gummy bears. Okay, life is good when you just kind of laugh. Little gummy bears. All right, vibe out the Christmas vibes. I love Culver City. Oh wow, look at these. Even these, it's so shiny. The colors, Duke. The colors. Oh wow, that's my favorite phrase with Sen. And so as a consequence, people's not healthy. Wow, I love these. These are like the millennial candy cane colors. Oh yeah, just come vibe out with me in Culver City. I think I found my paradise. So the question is, once you found paradise, then what? And honestly, life is all upside. Just kind of have fun. Don't take nothing too seriously. Oh wow. And Lumix G9. Just get the Lumix 14 millimeter aspherical lens 2.5. It's like super tiny. The best vlogging setup is the most minimalistic ones. Oh wow, that's my vibe. Oh wow, it's my little selfie. Okay, so continuing our spirited thoughts. So that's great. People don't really have a super critical line of thinking, in my opinion. Everyone's just like, it's like thinking a lot about health and wellness, blah blahs. And everyone is just like kind of a bunch of lemmings. Actually, in LA, I found especially the lemming mentality is strong. Like, everyone wants to buy a Range Rover, a Land Rover, all black, matte black, or AMG G-Wagon, AMGs, all matte black digits. Or, get a Ferrari or something, right? Actually, it's funny because, like, truth be told, like, I look at Ferraris, right? the design for Ferrari is actually not that like they like ever still like I had zero interest in Ferrari. Like they just kind of look lame. They're like not interesting. I think the only reason people like Ferraris is because there's like a secret club. Is that like you can't just hand somebody like $10 million like yo just give me your best Ferrari. They're like no, you have to be vetted and stuff like that. So as a consequence, it's just Ferrari is just like people who just like they want to seek or validate their self-worth through foreign affairs. Also, no pro tip. Real men only drink tap water. That's one of the best things I learned from the Elon Musk biography by Walter Isaacson. It's like he goes to the new Twitter office, somebody offers him a sparkling water, and then Elon was like, "No, thank you. I only drink tap water." The guy's like, "Oh," super fun. Yeah, and actually, as I'm getting older, it is like I was like thinking more and more about it. I'm like a lot of things I don't like about the standardization of the K through 12 educations, but I mean, I think it's just fun. I mean, am I the only one who I actually loved high school? I had so much fun in high school, and the college was obviously fun too. But once you go to college, actually things become like it expands your world, which is a great thing. But the big downsides is, in some ways, you become a little bit more generic. Like everyone in college, everyone in the Ivies, everyone in the higher tier UCs, UCLA, UC Berkeley's, everyone kind of thinks the same. Everyone's trying to be different in the same way is my overall critique. Oh, wow. The colors. I love LA. I want to live here forever. Air Kim LA. So, yeah, so I think definitely now with OpenAI, GPT, DALL-E's, right? It's like the Turing test, right? How do you know if something was written by AIs or not? You don't know. Do you know why? Because even ChatGPT don't right know if the ChatGPT was written by the ChatGPTs. And people are, oh, it's going to be a death of right. I'm like, it's like, first and foremost, I don't think nobody should ever stake their self-validation claims on the fact that you use a quote writer. Like, even the whole writer strike, like, I mean, maybe I'm more mercurial, but I'm like, you don't like writing for the companies, just start your own production companies. Like, yeah, but I got pay rented. I'm like, yeah, then move out to LA. You don't like paying, $5,000 a month in rent? Then go to Saigon, Vietnam, where you can rent a brand new studio, or Hanoi. I was talking to Cindy the other day. We had a brand new studio apartment, everything included, gigabit internet, water, Wi-Fi, whatever's electricities. We only paid $320 USD a month. $320 USD. That's like less than a single Costco trip. And every single day we just like eating out every day at the mall. And my general thought is life in America is kind of boring. Check out. Okay. Shout out to Atrio. Look at that. Love that. It's like so wabi-sabi that like, I'll pick that up later. It's gonna be like a Atlas Stones. Maybe the best way that Atrio or these high-end places could advertise themselves. Just get a bunch of strong men, get a bunch of Air Kims, just like, yo, can you lift this rock or not? And yeah, anyways, thinking about fitness. So, thinking about the fitness or the martial exploits of the Iliad. So things that are discussed, boxing. So during the funeral games of Patroclus, actually this kind of thought, like when I die, okay, just remember this. When I die, I don't want nobody to be sad and mourning and stuff like that. Good morning. I want everyone to be like playing games, right? So I want there to be a boxing match. I want there to be a sprinting contest, a long jump contest, a weightlifting contest. Actually, okay, at my funeral, this is what I want to do. I want a power squat rack at my funeral with Texas Power bar squat bars, bunch of plates, and the contest will be who could lift the greatest weight successfully, even half an inch. Supply people with weightlifting chalk and exercise attire or whatever's, or see who could Atlas lift Eric Kim's legendary 1,000-pound Atlas lift. I done did it, suckers. Down the line, I'm gonna probably try to hit the 500 kgs. Because actually it's funny because the world runs on kilograms, not pounds. And so pounds is kind of funny because it makes you think a little bit insular. Thinking kilograms is probably better. Like there's like this weightlifting brand called like t-shirt company called Kilos and Caffeine. I'm like, that's a good name. Yeah, so I think ultimately with weightlifting and all this fun stuff, yeah, I think the goal is towards beautification. So for example, I found ever since I've been going on my Urkim 100% carnivore diets, Lamborghini here, shout out to Cindy's. Yeah, I feel like my testosterone, manliness, self-consummate, my chutzpah, shout out to my Jewish friends. Mazel tov, it's a celebration, itches. Yeah, like weightlifting, toplessness. Like once again, we gotta think ancient Greek. So fun fact, you know the word gym, gymnasium comes from ancient Greek. Gymnos, gymnosophis. Gymnos means naked. This is why you don't want to have a gasoline car. Look at the line. People waiting to get their car serviced. Service your car yourself, suckers. I also guess the big benefit of having an electric car, having a Tesla at least you don't have to like get an oil change or get shit serviced, I guess, unless your battery breaks. I mean, still the best car to have is the most low maintenance one. So, you know, have my Lamborghini Prius Countach 2010, the white, is insanely good car. I got it for $499. Dropped $2,800 on a new catalytic converter, $300 on the shield, ABS, another $2,500, and boom, got a brand new car for like $5,500. And I like, so I think the thing that Americans are so stupid is we waste so much money on two things: cars and homes. Like, if you already done made the thought to yourself that I ain't finna buy no car brand new, never ever, just use ChatGPT, DALL-E 3, generate your own Lamborghini Countach's, Prius, Cybertruck crossover concepts, and don't buy a house, don't buy a home, just rent in an extremely desirable neighborhood. I think is actually the superior path. If you want to design your ideal house, just once again ChatGPT, OpenAI, DALL-E 3, and design your glass cube house. I designed my glass cube house in DALL-E 3, and I'm like, this thing is beautiful. I'm only gonna do things which I love. Yeah, so I think this is where vlogging is interesting. Street vlogging is like, whoa, look, this is a plane. See the plane? Yeah. Street vlogging is gonna be the futures because it's easy to deepfake images now, harder to deepfake videos, especially if it's off the grid, EK status. We off the grid. This for my kids. For when my kids have kids, right? And I don't know, I think that the future of writing, it's gonna be more fun. It's gonna be more like unpredictable. It's gonna have more charm. Okay, light here is so beautiful. The camera doesn't do it justice. Oh, random thing too. If you're in the LA area, you want me to shoot your wedding, just shoot me an email, eric@erickim.com. Bring my EK fire to your little events. Yeah, I guess the good thing about being situated here in LA now is at least like for now I have a pseudo home base to do cool stuff. Or if you want to lift with me, shoot me an email, eric@erickim.com. I'm even think about doing like a workshop on weightlifting or whatever's, or like some sort of more seminars. Yeah, so yeah, LA is the future. LA is good because at least they do care here about fitness a little bit, I guess, kind of, not really. Actually, truth be told, the most fit people and the most strong powerlifters, people I met, are actually all in Orange County. Funny enough, because there's nothing else to do there. Yeah. So fun fact, it looks like that Culver City Hotel, apparently like the Wizard of Oz was filmed here, and then they had like a munchkin party, like stories of like 200 munchkins just partying and wilding out at the hotels. Yeah, so best fitness philosophies, tips: 100% carnivore diet, red meat, beef, lamb, preferably organ meat, no carbs, no starches, no marijuana, no weed, no alcohols, intermittent fasting, no breakfast and lunch, only one massive dinner. My love, Croton goals, 20 pounds of meat a day. That's the goal.